everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing not a pen video, but a sort of pen related video, and that is about the Galen leather A5 zippered folios. I got a second one at the Dutch Pen Show. This one specifically, it was created for the Dutch Pen Show, but I just want to show you guys these two next to each other. Because one I've had for years and years, and I want to show you the wear, but also the differences in leather, because they are slightly different and that makes them wear differently. Anyway, I'm going to switch a shot and show you guys up close what they look like right now. Alright, here I have both of the cases. This one is the navy blue. They're both A5. This is navy blue. And this is Oxblood Cloud, I believe, and that is the Dutch Pen Show exclusive. Now, if you look at these two right now, I would actually guess that this one is more used or older, but that is not the case. This one I've had for about 5 years, and I would say, even though it hasn't seen continuous use, I would say that I've used it like 2 years continuously at least. I have to admit, it's kind of grody because like I have 2 dogs that are very hairy and I did not clean this beforehand. I just wanted to show you the real situation. This has seen a good amount of use. I still keep some random stuff in it that I just don't remove. I had this on a keychain, but it broke, so I just kept it in there. There's a bunch of pictures behind here, labels, are like wedding invites, stuff like that. I just keep in here because like I will come back to this cover, and I don't mind having that in here. But yeah, so this one has been used a lot. Now, the inside, they are basically the same, though this one still has its pen case thingy in there. This also had the pen sleeve, the pen case, but it's somewhere in my pen drawer, and I don't mind having it in here, but it makes it a lot more bulky than I would like it to be. But yeah, so the design hasn't really changed very much. Now, I know Galen leather has Crazy Horse leather, and both of these are like supposedly Crazy Horse leather, and it's like it gets patinaed and distressed, and it's beautiful. But what I've noticed is that even though this finish is also called a Crazy Horse, this looks way more waxed, right? There's a very different finish on here, and I don't think this cover was like this one when I first got it. It wasn't as matte or like easily scuffed. I have other Galen leather covers that are like completely smooth and impervious to getting these patina marks, and I find that I don't love that. I like the patina. I can actually show you an example. So this is an A5 Leuchtturm cover, and it is also in navy blue, but as you can see, the finish is still very different from either of these. And I get that because it's a natural product, there is going to be some variance, and probably the color makes a difference. But yeah, there's definitely some differences. I have a green one of these, and it's way more distressed than this one. But yeah, as you can tell, I love Galen leather. I have so much of this stuff. Also, you can tell that whenever I use a journal cover and put stuff in there, I don't take it out because I like it. Like, it's looking back at some memories. It's fun. Some stickers in here. Oh, I think it's a Dragonair sticker. Anyway, back to the folios. The folios are zippered. They keep your notebook and your pens very safe. They zipper all around, and I'd say big notebooks fit in it. Now, currently I'm not using them, as you can see. I'm using a very cheap cover. Sorry about the kids, I have the door open, and people are biking by. I have this cover on my journal right now, but I'll switch it around so you can see what it looks like in here. And also I have a Leuchtturm 411 notebook because I want to show you guys that big notebooks fit in there and how they fit in there. This is a Miffy cover from Hema. Hema is a sort of department-ish store in the Netherlands. I think also in Belgium. I don't know where else they're located, but they have a bunch of Miffy stuff, and I really like their journal covers. They've been doing journal covers recently, and I've been really liking them. They are covers with the little elastics, which is not my favorite. But I'm going to take this one out, and I'll be right back and show you how to put it in here and what it looks like. Alright, I didn't want to finagle with that too much on camera. Anyway, this is my current notebook. It is a 7Cs, and I think it's the Micro Dot, Nanami 7Cs Micro Dot Tomoe River notebook. It's an old notebook. This is a journal that I used for a while in 2022 and then stopped using, and I went back to it. Anyway, for this specific cover, I like to just slide it behind here, and sometimes you gotta push a little bit, and then it sits right there. Now, they say that this is like an iPad slot. You could put your e-reader in there. There's a bunch of card slots right here that you could use for business cards, whatever. This is a removable pen slot, and these are also 2 pen slots. You could put your keys here, but I would not put my keys in here if I had a bunch of pens in there, but that's personal. Remember, there's 2 big pens in there. I'll actually take it out so you can see how it closes without those pens in there. When you don't have pens in there, it's very like slim and very easily to zip. Really nice. If you can see, this is so much patina, and the show was only like 2 months ago. So that's what it looks like. I'll also show you the pens inside, because of course, if you have the pen case or the pen slots, you want to put some pens in there. Now, one of these is a chonker of a pen. It's an Opus, I don't know actually. It's a special edition with turtles on it. Don't know if I ever did a video on that. I might check and see and still make a video. I believe I got it when I was pregnant and I wasn't really making videos. Alright, closing it up. Now, it is a little tighter, but it still fits quite easily in there. You can see it does like make it a little wonky. And like, I wouldn't say there's a lot of pressure on your pens, but there is some pressure on your pens. So if you are not comfortable with that, I would say don't keep chonky pens in here, or keep just 1 pen in there. It might be better for your case and for your pens and for your sanity. But yeah, that's how this fits into this cover. Now, this is a like 500-page notebook, but it is very thin paper. So I wanted to do it with a chonker of a notebook. This is a Leuchtturm 411, and it's called that because it has like 411 pages. I've had this in one of these covers before, and it fits a little differently, but it still works just fine. I don't know if I would put pens in with this notebook, but for the video's sake, I will try to close it with the pens in there. First, without the pens, it's very easy. It fits just fine. Now, if I look at it, I don't know if it's going to close with the pens in there. And there's one thing that I do want to mention, and that is something I've run across with these covers a lot. If your notebook has a ribbon, like this one, it does sometimes get stuck in the zipper. Like, at some point I got really annoyed with the ribbons in my notebooks that I would just tuck them away, because this cover does not deal well with that. Let me take out my Squirtle and put the pens in. I do not have high hopes for this working, but yeah. As you can see, it's gonna be tight fit. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So big notebook works, but you can't put your pens in there then. So there's a choice to be made here. I think you could fit like 1 here, maybe. Let's try the big one, the chunky boy. and then try to close it. Oh yeah, you can fit one pin in there. And it'll be okay. It's not the most comfortable situation, but it'll be okay. But yeah, if you want that room, if you want to be able to fit all those pens in there, and have that chunky notebook, there is an expanded folio. It's a little bit more expensive. I saw it and I contemplated getting it because I was like, that's a new thing. But then I realized, I was like, I don't think I want an even chunkier notebook cover. But maybe someday. Maybe for like an anniversary I can get one. This one, I think, is about 150 euros. I believe I did get like a discount at the pen show. I don't remember how much it was, but I mean, it was a small discount. It was the pen show. The expanded or expansi folio is about 170. But if you want that chunker, you can definitely do that. If you want to put all those pens in there, it is very comfortable. It's a very nice fit. I might someday get it, but you know, I have a thing for journal covers. I can't help myself. Anyway, this was the video about the Galen leather zippered folio, the A5 one. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. As you can see, the finishes are very different, and I don't know why, but I just wanted to show you guys. If y'all want like an overview of all my journal covers, I can do that. It would be a long video, but yeah, I can definitely do that. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and see you next time. Bye bye.